Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Reno.Home Plus show. I'm Ray, your host for today, and I represent the hearts and the voices of homeowners in Singapore. That's you, and you, and you. And I'm very excited for you today. You know why? Because today, we have gathered Singapore's most trusted interior designers to help you out. First up, we have Lysha.
Hi, I'm from Lloyd Interior Affairs.
Woo! And we have Kev.
I'm the founder of The Phenomenal.
Woo! And we have Tayllen.
I'm from Ossos Interior.
Woo! And last but not least, we have Mr. Royston.
Hi, I'm from Jesigns Interior Design.
Very excited today. Okay, so I've gathered a lot of the burning questions from our homeowners in Singapore to ask all of you. So please bestow all your knowledge to us. Yeah, because we are here to really help our homeowners make very informed decisions for their home. You ready?
Yes. Let's go.
Let's go! So now we're gonna play a game called Agree or Disagree.
Yeah!
That's right. Okay, so I've gathered a lot of the common questions from homeowners and we want to get your unfiltered thoughts. Okay? First question. Mechanisms. Is it important to use premium ones? In 3, 2, 1. Ding! Wait. We have 3 agree and 2 disagree. Okay, so I think let's hear from Kev first. Why do you think that mechanisms is important to use premium ones?
I guess mechanism, one thing is the, it doesn't matter. No, it doesn't mean that, expensive is good, but most one is the support from the whatever company we are getting our products from. So support generally, for companies which are more QC orientated, I guess, correct? So I would prefer to use something more branded in some way. That's my personal thought, actually.
Well, why do you feel like it's a yes or no?
So yes and no. Okay, no is because I will say the no first lah. Okay, because no is more because you have already spent so much in your renovation. I would say in Singapore, everybody spend maybe from the start, maybe from I would say design all the way to the cleaning. You're already paying for everything. So if even every mechanism we are going to use the premium ones, it might not be that comfortable for all homeowners. So the yes part, I still agree that they still have to use. So I still put a yes.
Yeah.
So for some certain mechanisms that we think that is suitable and the correct mechanism to use, like let's say for example the drawers that can support heavier load, yeah, we should use. But if every hinges you also want to use, then it depends on your comfort. Yeah.
Kev, do you have anything to say?
No, I do agree. Actually, I do agree because it's a yes, correct?
Yeah, still more of a yes. Yeah, still more of a yes. Yeah, but just need to highlight the no part a little bit.
Yes. So you want to?
No. I still believe yes. Again, the answer is that there's no right or wrong kind of thing. It's really perspective and the spending power of each and our clients kind of thing. So this is really debatable, but I wouldn't say it's right or wrong kind of thing. But for me, it's still the support role of the companies, the mechanism we are purchasing with, basically. That's more important for as an interior designer. The rest, I'm pretty agreeable with Royston. Right, come on.
Lysha, why do you pick?
I picked disagree because I feel that there are a lot of things in the market that maybe we will learn through experience. Like certain brands, they carry certain products that are really, really good. Maybe certain known brands, they also have their certain products that are not the best. So I see my role as somebody to guide my homeowner on which one to choose from where. And throughout the entire house, I think that there are a lot of mechanisms used. Some are more simple than others. So for the simpler ones, I think that sometimes it's okay to use not so premium brand because a lot of them, they kind of work quite similar in my opinion. Yeah, if budget is a constraint, then that gives us a bit more flexibility.
Okay. If budget is not a constraint, would you push them to go for more premium ones?
If my experience with those mechanisms are good, then definitely I think that will not be an issue.
Right. So it's more of your personal take of each of the mechanism. Then okay. So it's not so much of whether it's what range it falls under. It's more of is this good or not?
Yes, because I think that sometimes even with like a really expensive or heavy price tag, right, it doesn't necessarily mean that the mechanism is the best. Yeah, and these kind of things we can only like kind of find out through experience or when we visit the showroom and we try it out ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's my take.
Nice. Tayllen, I wonder if you have. Would love to hear your thoughts about it.
Okay, I think yes. I think, but it's selective. It's like I mean we all experience like good things and bad things before, and I think that it depends on like what are the product that we are actually using and which area. I think that's very important. Example, like if let's say hinges, runners, I think all those that we're going to access daily is very important. That if can, I will go with the premium one. Yeah, because for me, I think that if let's say poor quality, poor after servicing is equal to frustration in the future. Yeah, because based on my own experience, which I did my house renovations 2 years ago, to cut some budget, designer do want to save some money as well. Okay, so I cut some budget and then like I actually go with my carpenter in house. Okay, soft close sliding track for my wardrobe. It's a wardrobe, so I basically have to access it daily, right? But yes, when I move in, everything worked perfectly. But after 6 months, it's stuck. Yes, it's not a premium brand. So what I can do is I just call my carpenter down and then we did the replacement, right? So we take down, the door is stuck, so we take out the door, we change another track. Of course, replacements can be done, okay? So, but the problem is that it lasted for another like, I think 8 to 9 months. The same issue happened again. Yeah, so at that point of time, I think that like, okay, I have to go with the premium one, which I should actually do it at the first place. Because I think that like, you know, it's actually the frustration I have to use it. Whenever this problem occurs, I have to take down my clothes, I have to change it. Yeah, so that's why I think that it's selective, because that it depends like if you are going to use it very frequent, is it really like heavily used access? Yeah, maybe for certain area that I barely touch, I can use like normal brand, I can get it from online or something. But when it comes to like those very important area like kitchens or like those like what you mentioned, like the load capacity, I think it's very important. Like it depends like how I use my stuff, how I actually live with the space. Yeah, that's why I will say yes. It's because I experienced that before.
Yeah, it's very annoying if it just keeps going every day.
Imagine that like, you want to change your clothes and then like the door is stuck and it's just there waiting for somebody to save you, but like you cannot do anything. Yeah, that's why I think, you know, like what Kev mentions, the quality, the after servicing. I mean, anyone can do the replacement, but after I changed it to the premium one, it lasted until now. That's why I think that makes the difference. Yeah.
So, and also I guess it's like saying, because the premium, they go through a lot of R&D, which a lot of back-end owners don't actually see that.
Yeah.
It's only that they only can base on what we say and things like that. But in actual fact, they actually go through the R&D, tens of thousands. The sliding, like example, you're sliding, is really a lot of tests going through before they even push out into the market itself.
Okay, you're ready for the second question?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, second question. Is it necessary for homeowners to pay design fees? In 3, 2, 1.
Yes, of course.
Yes and no.
Yes and no again?
Hey, why yes and no?
Okay, since we are all yes, maybe I'll say the no first. Okay, nowadays everybody, social media is so readily available, so people will start to research. I mean heavily when they're excited to get your home. I'm sure you guys are very excited. You guys will go to various platforms, I would say, to see pictures and have inspirations before you even find an ID, I would say, right? Then paying design fee or not, if you really know what you want, if your house is actually pretty straightforward and we're working on, I would say budget again. Yeah, so yeah, the word budget again. So it's more of, if it's going to be very straightforward, you're going to do maybe carpentry, bedroom, toilets, pretty much that, and then kitchen, just carpentry, maybe no feature wall in the living room, then just simple lightings. I would think that you can probably still go and then weigh your options before you decide on the design fee. That's for the no part.
What about the coloring and placement of stuff and styling of?
That's why in the end, after you compare, I'm sure still all IDs, I would say, still will help you to achieve what you want, because you really know what you want. So if you clearly know what you want, then don't go for the design fee. If you're still like, hey, should I go cool tone, warm tone, or should I even go for which theme, or even have a theme? You get what I mean? If you need somebody to help, then that's when you find us. Yeah, so if you really clearly know what you want, then of course I wouldn't ask you to go for the design fee lah.
So no design fee, do you like, whoever is going to portray themselves will be like a contractor kind of thing? Or are you pushing it towards a contractor field instead of the designer field?
That's where I put a yes also, because for myself also, I'm still weighing the balance on, I would say, each and different individual, whether it's really, you know what you want or not. Some homeowners is really clueless. That's when yes, it's a very strong yes, that you need to see the design first, then you visualize and envision your house in that flat, then yes. If you clearly know what you want, like, then why design fee first?
I think yes, only if real design is involved. Yeah, I think because I think design fee is not just about like how many drawings I'm giving you, how many 3D model I can build for you. You know, it's not just that simple. They involve a lot of thinking, like ideas and managing the project, problem solving. I think all these experience speak why we will need to charge for the design fee. Yeah.
For my case, right, the designers, they go through a stringent amount of man time in school. So all this fundamental, all this someone somewhere, we need to have a line to be drawn that they really put in a lot of effort. A lot of time is, yes, you can, like what Royston has mentioned, you can have, 1 + 1 = 2, kind of thing. But what happened in between? What is right, what is wrong? They will not know without going through the basic fundamental. That's why you ask me, is rightfully at least to have a design fee involved lah. I mean that's how I feel. It's like otherwise like why go through the school days and things like that. Anyone can just be a designer. It's like why I can just pop up a laptop and just go through Pinterest. Yeah, just Pinterest board and that's all about it. Then they don't really go through all this issue where go and get your best designers and things like that. That's my take.
Lysha, what do you think?
Yeah, because when we collect the design, when we charge client a design fee, I feel that they are essentially paying for our expertise.
Correct.
Yeah, and this expertise is only like kind of learned through courses that we take and the years of experience that we have doing up houses, designing spaces. So sometimes when homeowners, they have a few of their saved images, like some Pinterest board, there's a lot of ideas there, but I think that this is in our expertise to make it applicable to the home that they have. Like maybe certain photos they show is like a landed house, but maybe perhaps they stay in a condo. So it's up to us to kind of reimagine the elements that they like that can fit into the space.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice. Because you all say that design fee, right? They're actually paying for design. What actually is design for a home?
The ideas, the thinking. I think the advice is very important because they might save a lot of photos. They will tell that like what she was saying, that I show a photo, I want to do this, but can this fit into their house? This is a question mark. And they might save a lot of different photo, and how you actually want to blend everything into one that you look nice in general. It cannot be like this one look like that and this one look like that, it's just like Roja. So I think designer is more like how we can help our client to find the potential of their house. That's very important, which I think most of the contractor cannot do. Yeah, I'm so sorry. But then, but yes, I mean that there's a difference between designer and contractor, and this is the reason why we charge for the design fee. Yeah, I think there's like what Kev was saying, everyone can build, but how we plan it well, how we actually plan the flow that suit our client well, that's another story.
The in-betweens, I would say that I feel everyone is missing out is the in-between that, the knowledge and everything that fits in to the overall Pinterest photography kind of thing. It's like, it's easy to pull up one photos, but what happened in between the planning stage, right, what Lysha was saying, no one can tell you that, unless you are actually having this interior or design background. That's where you actually can relate back this whole entire photos back to our clients. Yeah.
What do you think is something that designers can do that contractors cannot? Designers can imagine that contractors cannot.
Maybe from the design fee, once we know because when we propose this design fee, I would say we have already gotten to know your lifestyle. We would have gotten to know your requirements, maybe into the intimate details, how many people will be in the house, be it whether the partners are sleeping together or not. We will know all the details. So when we plan your house, the design, everything, we already know even to the intricate details like how your aircon is going to run. You know what I mean? Like when we are planning the design part, we will even think like what Lysha said earlier, whether it's applicable, like whether Kev say all the little in between details. And so actually I agree on it. You know what I mean? But there's still, we need to seek out a balance. Like I would say that the thinking in different generations, the customers that we are looking at today, we have people who are very young, we also have still the elderly. So for people to accept like I only pay for your design, then there are still, I would say, people outside would say that I can give you free. Some even come out with catalog with packages, you get what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, but that's not the whole essence of design. Yeah, we design from our heart for you, like after we know you, just the design for you, not a copy and paste. Yeah, so that part I still agree that we still design it based on how we know you after we meet you. You
So
get
you
what I
see
mean?
the person, you see their needs and lifestyle, and then you're really designing the space that they're living in.
I think for myself and Tayllen is, I think when we're in school, right? So
Oh, you guys went to school together?
Not together.
Sorry.
Not together. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we go to school. Because whenever our lecturer teaches us something, it's always the details. The details is the one that the key factors. Yes, you can pull out any photos or anything, but the detailing, and we need to actually draw. It really takes a lot of time and skills and experience, of course. Yeah. So that's why you asked me whether to have this. I'm still talking about time factors. We really spend a lot of time mastering this skill sets. Even till today, as we speak, I believe all of them have been years of experience, but we are still learning day to day.
Yes. Question number 3 is condo renovation more expensive than HDB renovation? In 3, 2, 1. Ding ding. Yes.
No.
Yes, no. Okay, tell us about it.
Okay, I feel that condo, right, they have a lot of requirements. So we have to follow their bylaws. Like example, when we do our work, some condos, they have a requirement that their lift needs to be protected, padded. Then we will need to rent this kind of things from the condo. So that's a cost incurred. Then we also have things like we need the skid tank there. So all these things are a bit different from a normal HDB that homeowners need to pay on top of like whatever they are renovating inside their home. Also, the working hours are shorter. So some of our workers, they might charge us a little differently also lah, based on the house type.
Okay.
I mean, basically for myself is, let's talk about HDB. Okay, so HDB could be a old HDB that requires a lot of hacking works and all this, which once you whack off everything, right, things I don't see like waterproofing and you know the screening and all these things, these are a lot more cost comparing to a condo. But for a condo, I think everyone will say that I have a kitchen, have this, have that, everything is all preset into your concept design. Yes and no, but there are homeowners who actually tell us that I want to remove the whole entire kitchen, I want it to be replaced with certain tabletop or brands or certain things that the formation they would prefer to. So all this cost goes into, you know, removal, packing, like what Lysha has mentioned, the time spent there, these are costs. So there's no right or wrong comparing in condo or HDB itself.
I think it's a condition of the house.
Correct.
Yeah, so it's not about the type of the property, but the condition of the units and the work involved. Yeah, I mean, now we're talking about condo and HDB, right? What about resale condo? You know, if let's say resale condo, it definitely costs much more higher. We have a lot of rules, like what she was saying, right? And in fact, that for a resale condo, there are a lot of hidden things that we can't see. You know, most of the stuff is concealed. So if let's say I'm going to change this thing, I have to rerun everything, basically everything. Nothing can remain. Because if I remain this one, it's hidden down there. Then if let's say in the future it leaks, how? So whatever things that I do on the top, it just, you know, wasted. So like, usually most of the time when it comes to resale condo, it's definitely more expensive compared with like maybe HDB. But still, it depends, right? Like I mentioned, it depends on condition because some of the house owner they will still want to remain the original stuff, the existing stuff, but like maybe BTO is all clean slate, so they want to do something very different. Then it involve a lot of design, maybe like different materials as well, right? Then this is where add up the cost. Yeah, so that's why I say yes and no. So it really depends on the conditions and also what they really want and what is involved in the project.
So, I mean, to add on to Lysha, just what she mentioned, the time spent. Yeah, I mean, in a basic reno, right, I would say like 6 weeks to 8 weeks. But if to a resale condo with all the requirements plus the QP and all the make sure everything is endorsed, it takes time, and time is always about money. Something that homeowners don't see at the buyer what actually goes through. So yeah, I mean, I do agree on the time factors spent as well. So I'm not sure about Royston.
Yeah, definitely more expensive. Definitely more expensive. Okay, I would say so not a yes. So not a yes or no this time. I feel if we compare apple to apple, I would say just talk about maybe hacking. Yeah, the logistic part that Lysha pointed out, the protection, the way we're going to transport the debris out, the uplifting of the materials into the unit itself, comparing to just HDB, just directly downstairs, up the lift into the house. So apple to apple, I wouldn't say, okay, some condos might be smaller than HDBs. This we gotta agree lah. The new ones, they are same like BTO, they're getting smaller, I would say. Yeah, the works is also getting lesser. But the thing is, not comparing about the amount of works, but the type of works, it's expensive on its own. Yeah, the height difference in the unit itself comparing to HDB is a little bit higher. Like I would say the shortest condo height that we can find is probably 2.8.
Correct.
Right, HDB is already 2.6. Yeah, the highest floor we can say is 2.7, something like that. So definitely the costing in the materials is already higher. Our labor is also more expensive. Lysha pointed out the timing, the logistics. Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of homeowners, they might have the misconception that or maybe I stay in a condo, then the ID probably thinks that I'm very rich and wants to mark up and sell me very expensive.
I think that's a fear that a lot of condo homeowners have.
Yes, but today we are here to try to like break this misconception that a lot of cost goes behind why they charge you a little bit higher lah. Yeah.
For my case, a recent case is I have a particular condo, I cannot name the condo. Whenever you see a footprint, I have to hire someone to actually clear the footprint away. But that homeowner, they doesn't know. So these are some of the hidden costs that homeowners do not know.
So the rules and regulations of condos actually...
Correct. It really varies.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Like some condo, you can't even unload stuff inside the condo. You can only put it right at the street, and then they have to move it from there all the way to the unit. So they charge the labor as well.
If let's say they do not have this excess manpower, and then they do not follow some rules and regulations of the condo, is the liability on the firm or the homeowner?
Please hire Jesigns, like TV myself. We have no problem with the manpower.
It should be on the firm because the homeowner trusted the keys to you to get it done, right? Yeah, so the problem shouldn't go back to them, it should come to the guys who are in charge.
Have you ever heard that the condo management goes direct to the homeowners? It becomes a homeowner's problem.
There's a deposit they're holding, by our company. So or by the homeowners. So if anything that they are going to touch, I think they will find the company first.
Okay. So now homeowners, you know that if you want to renovate your home, there's a lot of costs that are there, not because like your condo, your designers want to like juice you. It's because there are rules and regulations of your condo that results in like more manpower that's needed to work around it to make sure that designers like them gives you the beautiful home that you want. Okay? Are homeowners sometimes the problem? Are we too demanding? So here we have Royston and Tayllen. Can you share with us hard truths that you feel that homeowners have to know? Because I think all of us, we really want to learn so that we don't make decisions for our home that we will regret. Do you have any hard truths to share?
Maybe Tayllen start first. Ladies first.
I think one of the hard truths that clients don't like to hear is nothing is perfect. Yes. I mean, like as a designer, we can control design. You know, we do the flow, we lighting, we can basically control how the space should feel like. But when it comes to building, it's different. It's physical. It's not like digital made, you know. So I think that a lot of times, yes, a lot of time that like client might expect that, okay, after painting, my wall is like flawlessly smooth. And my tiles joint line will be 100% flat. And there's no joint line, you know, misalignment for my carpentry, which in reality, I would say that it's not possible. Yeah, because like it's all human made, right? And its material has its own tolerance. And even the floor, the wall, the ceilings already come with imperfection before the renovation started. Yeah, so that's why I think this is a very huge misconception from clients thinking that like, oh, okay, I'm going to get this house in 100% perfect, you know, no defects, which is not. Yeah, this is I think this is quite hard for client to accept the fact. Yes.
Like, wait, it sounds like it's very micro details you're talking about.
I mean, to be fair, right, for designer, perfection is not about chasing zero defects, I would say. It's more like, you know, how we really know that what is matters, what is acceptable, and what is intentional. Yeah, so we need to know, like, our job is, it's not because designers don't care, to be fair. We also care about all those stuff. But then I think we need to know that like the imperfections doesn't really disrupt us to experience the space. I think that's the key point.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think for our perspective it's like that. But then I think for house owner, they will think that like, oh, I want perfect. You know, I want this line to be straight. I want this. But you know, in reality, it's not.
So from your point of view, it's more about the experience of the space, the look and feel of the space, right? And then in terms of the perfection that maybe some homeowners are seeking, they are like, the tiles need to be, all of them have to be 100%.
It boils down to the workmanship, to a common understanding level that we as interior designers, we think that yes, this is good. But for some homeowners, they will want it to be the way they see it, probably like from Pinterest, from Xiaohongshu, from 3D. You know, what we are doing nowadays is looking at homeowners that have all these model pics that might not be applicable in our weather, in our home. That when our craftsmen go down to do it, the tiles, the grout and all that is based on workmanship. It's just 手工 lah. Every day they go down to do it themselves based on the experience they have. You get what I mean? It's not that, wow, I want my house to turn out like this, 3D. Yeah, so that's why we talk about when we tell homeowners this, it might be very hard for them to accept. Like, let's say during handover, we will tell them, or maybe along the way we tell them that, hey, actually we look, our carpentry board is flat, it's straight. But when we put it against this wall, or when we are even doing measurements, we already highlighted to them that, hey, the ceiling height from this floor to that ceiling and the other end is of different height. Yeah, slanted walls, especially resale lah. So these are some things that homeowners also have to understand, which thankfully so far, I think they are understanding towards this.
Yeah, I'm sure because they are very satisfied with like the overall look and feel. Because I mean, I would say if I'm a homeowner, right, if I enter the space, I actually like the entire feeling. Like I wouldn't really be so as bothered with all the details. Yeah. Really? I feel so. I mean, yeah, I'm sure for you guys, IDs, y'all make sure that the whole look and feel is very perfect. What are some of the expected imperfections that homeowners should expect?
Okay, I think the most common one would be tiles. Okay. You know, like the tiles when they join together. Okay, and I think most of the clients they would like to minimize the grout line, so they will actually go with like maybe a big tiles. Okay, but the tiles itself came with, it's not 100% straight one. You know, it's a bit like maybe this corner and that corner is not aligned. And imagine that I'm going to lay this tile for a whole big unit like a living room. How am I going to join every tile that is 100% flat? Yeah. It's not possible, to be fair. It's like, that's why I mentioned that material has its tolerance. Every different material have its own problem. So that's why that what we do as a designer, we have to work with it. Yeah, so we have to advise, we have to tell them. But then like what you mentioned, like thankfully I think most of the people will accept. But I think in general, there are many clients still think that like, you know, like, oh, it's your workmanship problem. Yes, it's not, you are giving me excuses.
So for the clients upfront, will you all just tell them?
We have to because like we have to let our client know that what is the problem and what is the thing that you need to take note. Everything's come with pros and cons. I think that's very important to highlight to our clients. Yeah.
Okay, what's the next hard truth that homeowners should know?
Hard truth about renovation, probably I would say is a myth that they think that if I engage interior designer, it's more expensive compared to if I go and find a contractor to do it.
It's a myth.
We might not be that. Okay, so today we probably share with you a little bit more on the things that we do, and then you see the amount of money you spend compared to the value and the time.
Yeah, what do you guys exactly do? What do interior designers exactly do?
So from the start when we meet you, maybe we spend like 2-3 hours talking to you, right? To understand, like we don't know you as a person, we just see you, you get what I mean, with a floor plan and maybe existing pictures of the house. We need to understand everything, right? We need to understand everything. Then we start to plan maybe a few layouts or a proposal on how you should move around your house. Then it goes into the design. Then if you engage us, it's more about the project coordination, the management of all the contractors, even the small little details, when to deliver your lights, when your aircon should come in, who should come in first or next. Yeah, all this is on us. Even when the cleaner should come in and how many times, when should we clear your rubbish. Yeah,
That is all
done by us.
the project management.
I have to make sure that the guys go in and exit. Not like, oh, I cannot do finish, I need to, we need to use the right guys for the right thing. So if homeowners at the end of the day they find contractors to do, probably from the start on paper it might look cheaper. I don't know, it might be, it might not. And some contractors also practice differently. You also don't know where are they from. Yeah, like maybe after they do the job then they tell you how much. That's when you can't budge. You get what I mean? You can't move backwards. Or I would say you have to go and manage them yourself. Like I say again, who enter first and who goes in when, or how long this whole thing is going to take. And you do have the time to go and see all these things, like manage all these people. Yeah. Then if let's say something goes wrong, you have to move in. Then how? You have to live in a house that's either incomplete or you move into a house that's probably, I don't know, somebody working in your house while you're showering. Then you get what I mean. Then all this time it will cost you more money in the end. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very curious, like the first maybe 2-3 hours that, or the understanding discovery phase, right? What do you find out? What do you want to find out? Because I know like usually contractors, I mean I've experienced like with contractors before, they'll ask like, oh, how many cabinets you want? They were, so I'm curious, like what kind of questions do you ask that's different from contractors?
I think one point to highlight about this, right, is there's also another hard truth, okay? Designer can't read minds, right? I mean everybody can't read minds, but designer cannot as well, right? So you cannot expect that. I think many of the house owner will actually, when they approach us, they will give us a floor plan, right? The very standard one, and they will give us a long list of requirements. But for designer, this is just a starting point. Yes, like how can you imagine that like I can actually understand you and whoever that is going to stay in this house just by reading all the like notes? I think it's a bit hard. So that's why that I think it's very, very important when it comes to like the such a big thing like renovations. We have to meet up, we have to understand your lifestyle, like how you move around the space and how you use things. And from there we can customize something that perfectly fits you.
Do you have an example? Like for like maybe a kitchen? Just now you're talking about kitchen.
Kitchen is actually quite an important part. I mean, like it depends, when it comes to kitchen, some of the couples, they don't cook, right? They eat out every day, maybe. But maybe sometimes they will actually want to do baking at home. And maybe in the future they have kids, their lifestyle change, right? Exactly. So when we talk about this, right, because some of the house owners, they might just think about what they do right now. Okay, I don't cook, I eat out, I blah blah blah. But when they marry, move into together, there's another story. Yes, when you have kids, there's another story. So like we will actually talk to them. It's more like a friend, So for the first appointment, the first meeting, we were saying that sometimes you actually go to like maybe 2 hours, very long, right? But it's important. That's how you actually know that like if this designer is actually the right one, who understand you, who actually can come up the proposal that actually specially just for you. That's very important because that's when we can actually understand your needs, to know you better before we can actually come out the proposal. I think
productive also.
yes, correct. So it's easier for us to understand. It's easier for you as a house owner to know what we are doing
I
as
feel
well.
like it's a lot like looking for the right therapist.
Something like that.
Because the renovation don't stop when we hand over. It actually starts because that's when you start staying and experiencing the place. That's when you need somebody accountable for maybe things that you need to rectify or things that you don't want to get a contractor. Then hello, the person missed call. At night you can't get somebody. Yeah, I would say most IDs actually they reply. I would say even late at night.
Really?
I would say lah. If it's important, I'm sure. If it's important, I'm sure they will reply. Sure or not? My house flooding 没有啦，我跟他讲。I'm sure we will respond to it. Yeah, that's very important.
It's a long journey lah. So that's why I think the first meeting is very important. Yeah, some clients they don't even bother to come down. To be fair, they were just like, okay, you just propose something based on my requirement list, which, like I say, we can do a proposal like that, but does it really suit you?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you are future-proofing the entire home journey. I really like what you said. It's not just about when you hand over. It's you're thinking about after handover, how are they going to experience the space for like a year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. Yeah, because you know my dad actually all along his our home reno, he will just go direct to the contractors. I noticed a pattern. Usually after 2 years, then he will look at the cabinet. He'll be like, 这个做错了. You know, and I think that's the value of these IDs, right?
It's a lifestyle change.
Yeah.
Yes, that's normal.
So it's very important. Then when you want to get the person must be reachable. I think that's of utmost importance lah. You get what I mean? You don't want somebody that's not responsive. It's very frustrating even for myself. That means if I want to get somebody and then I call the person don't pick. Second call still don't pick. Message already just one tick, not even 2 ticks. Then it keeps me wondering like what's happening. Yeah, then if the person just don't appear, then how?
I think you need to rename the job title. It's not just interior design. It's like after that you got project management, got like you're future proofing, you're being reliable.
In fact, we are. Right. I mean, like, I mean, we have to cover all these things. There's also like what I mentioned that like like everyone know the difference between texting and real conversations. Yes, that make a huge difference. Like real conversation, you can understand that person better, right? You know that like I'm going to hand over my house to this person.
Actually, it's a very emotional journey.
Is it okay to like just go through by texting? Yeah, I think this is no. Yeah, that's why I think some of the house owners they cannot accept the fact that like how come you can't give me a quotation by just reading my requirement? How come you just cannot propose it to me? Yeah, but we will explain to them lah. Yeah.
As in, we know that Singaporeans are all very busy. Very, very busy. Like, then when you go and find ID, you just send a floor plan, you send a PDF file of 13 pages and then say, send a code to me. Yeah, I know it's... You feel that it's we put ourselves out there to say that, we are ready to serve. But you have to also consider our feelings lah. As in, you send us 14, 15 pages, we don't know you, then after that you say send me the code when you're ready.
Also, they will
So
send
what do we
you-
do? We still have to do that, right?
Yeah.
Like not charging anything. We still, since this is what you want, this is my proposal, but when we just send to you or we ask for the next appointment, sometimes they just ghost us.
Right.
Yeah, so I would say that as much as this is not like a renovation truth, it's more of probably we hope that the homeowners come down and meet us, feel the chemistry, feel the vibe, feel our sincerity. Yeah, and then we can also know you better. Then it's your house. You go back to it every day, you get what I mean?
Actually, they don't have anything to lose because
Yeah.
through that conversation, I'm sure they will understand because the questions you guys ask are probably questions they don't even know they should be asking themselves.
True?
Yes.
Yeah, they will get a lot of insights even just from like meeting you guys. And I want to know like specific stories like about the more of the lifestyle things. Like example, you give the kitchen example. Do you have other examples like that where because you understand this family's lifestyle, therefore it's planned like that? that you feel that, let's say if they do go direct to a contractor, they might not have considered all these things? Do you have a specific client, specific stories?
Adding on to a kitchen example, like we mentioned with kids. So with kids, like we experience it ourselves. Like, actually the kitchen, if it's just young married couple or just two adults, maybe you don't need so much tabletop space for all the other things. But when you have a kid, you will need a lot of tabletop space. I don't know, be it, like I don't know, like maybe a sterilizer, a place to keep the milk powder, the bottles. Yeah, even a separate space for the utensils. You get what I mean? The thing just adds up. And like she says, starting maybe you don't cook, but maybe after you become a mom, I mean, or dad, either mom or dad, they will start to cook. You wouldn't want to buy a packet of chicken rice for a baby, you get what I mean?
Yes. I think there's a lot more value than like design, I feel, that you guys bring. You help them think about their future, how it's going to be like.
So we understand them better.
Not just about family changes, you know, like sometimes just the couple themselves, you know, they might have some, I don't know, career changes, or they have new hobbies.
Or like she's night shift, I'm morning shift.
Yes, I did something like that before. Like, so basically that I have a like, you know, main bedroom and common bedroom. So in fact that we actually switched the common bedroom become like a master room, which is the place that the couple sleep. And the master bedroom become like a work area for the wife. Yeah, so this is how we actually understand and propose, you know, to our clients. That I think most of the people will think that like, oh, okay, I will just use the master bedroom as a master bedroom, you know, because it's like a design designated place for like sleeping. But in fact that, you know, understand the lifestyle more, you can actually come out with a different idea and you will propose to them, and it's something that they might not expecting as well. Like how I can actually convert this place to, you know, to another usage. Yeah, so I think for us is to really understand you more and to find out the potential of your house and how we can play with it. Yes.
Well, I feel like a lot of homeowners need that, because then maybe some of them, they probably quite clueless also. They don't know what they don't know.
Like even small thing like washing clothes, we do it day in day out every day. Right? So like we do a lot of executive maisonettes, the dual floor HDB. So we will always ask, do you prefer to wash your clothes on level 2 or level 1? Then they were like, huh? I can wash on level 2? You get what I mean? So then we will go more in depth to explain on how we can configure that washing area on level 2 that does not affect so much of your space. Yeah, and you have more, I would say, a cleaner look on level 1. Yeah, something like that.
Then would you say what makes a great interior designer is the ability to read people and to ability to understand what they really, really need in their lifestyle?
I think with our skill, we can actually make the requirement works. I think that's very important. Yeah, because sometimes like clients know that like I need to do this, I need that, but how? Yeah, how? But of course we are not magicians.
And where to spend their money?
We are not like ding, then like oh everything's come out like that. I don't think so. So we still need to digest. That's why that the design progress will take some time. Yeah, we need to digest, we need to understand before, you know, we come out a proposal. Yes.
So the homeowner just asked, just started tiling, so tomorrow you can start measuring for carpentry.
Yeah, timeline, yes. Timeline, yeah. Another hard truth is also about timeline.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, they might have impression that like renovation can be done within a certain period. But there are a lot of unforeseen situations, even like from the house owner themselves. Example, like the thing they purchased, delayed. And then like this is like a snowball effect, you know. So it will actually affect, you know, the work that we have already arranged, then we push back. Then it causes a delay. Yeah, so when we come to the client telling that, oh, we will have some delay about this thing, like some of them might not be able to accept it. Like, oh, why, you know? Yeah, then we will have to explain. We will have to tell them like what is the realistic timeline, which is what we usually will do at the very, very starting point. We will tell them that, okay, renovating a resale flat example, it's not possible to complete in like maybe 2 months. Yeah, for me. I mean, like, of course, I will need to understand the scope of work involved lah. So after understanding, I will just be upfront to them that like, okay, this timeline is not realistic. Then we will need to guide them.
Generally, are you able to share like for resale, let's say HDB, and then for condo, like what is like realistic range for each of them?
It's very subjective. It's really very subjective. Like it can be like, you know, just doing some very straightforward work. Okay, and
6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, this is the fastest one, but then for ours, right, I think in general, average, I would say like
10 to
12. Yeah, 12 weeks minimum.
Okay, minimum, right?
Minimum.
Because that one sounds quite fast also.
12 weeks fast, ah.
I
3
mean,
months lah.
yeah.
I think a lot of clients were like, 3 months, so long. Yes. Yeah.
What are the possible reasons for delays? So that like our homeowners know, then they like prepare themselves already.
Peak period. Okay. Things out of stock. Material out of stock. The one they chose out of stock. Okay. It's either that we change or we wait for it. I think these are like actually two main factors.
I will also say in this very close environment in Singapore, like the HDB blocks, the neighbors.
Oops.
So what if I'm doing hacking and then the person say I have a newborn,
Yes.
he needs his afternoon nap. So as much as I also want to do, I will try my best to blend in lah. I would say this is just one example, or maybe work from home, got very important call, or elderly person, yeah, that needs maybe the afternoon nap, or maybe, yeah, there's so many other reasons. Or you have neighbor that is poking in every day. As much as we explain that we got a permit, we are doing the correct things, we still have people coming, yeah, to stop. Yeah, we have vigilantes. Yeah, I would say. Not always, but I would say 50-50. There will be, yeah.
Yes. Anything else that could cause delays? The German lista one, so that we already tell all of you owners. So that they do know if there is a delay.
As much as possible, we will of course not want delays lah, but
I think another one is decision making. Right?
Yeah.
Right. Like sometimes house owner need more time to decide, and like we are rushing for a timeline. We know that this is a timeline that we need to meet for them, right? They will move in for certain periods. But the decision making progress actually take quite a while from the client themselves. Yeah, they can't make, they want to explore more. Yeah, but the time is not allowed us to do that.
Right.
Yeah, so that's why I said that like communication is very important. Yeah, so we have to let them know what to expect. If okay, you can take your time to choose the material. I also want to, right? I also don't mind to explore the material with you together, to try something new. But the thing is like we need time. Yes, we cannot do all these things without you giving me more time.
Like the
for
job
that.
is not just like designing.
not so straightforward lah.
Yeah.
Then sometimes we need to work together with homeowners, external contractors,
They bring in their own.
maybe aircon.
Right.
Yeah, but aircon planning is also not that straightforward. Yeah, you get what I mean? Like, the timing. Like, let's say even if we give you time in advance, we say that, hey, your guys can come there and run the aircon pipe. Yeah, but you still need to see that company whether they can follow your schedule or not. Yeah, I'm sure we all have our own trusted aircon contractors or partners that we work with. They know our style. Every time we see is also that same few workers. But sometimes homeowners also got their own contacts because they have been staying in their own house. The people who service their aircons, they feel more comfortable. But one hard truth is probably they can't fit into our timeline coordination, so it might cause a delay. This might be one.
I feel like you guys are being paid for peace of mind for the homeowners.
True.
And peace of mind is like,
That's just one person, then yeah, anything wrong, just call that person.
yeah. So all the responsibility is on you.
Yeah.
Nice. Next up, we have aesthetic versus practicality. So a lot of homeowners are looking for Pinterest-looking homes. They want their house to jump up from the Pinterest boards, right? But like, are they really practical? So I would love to know your take on aesthetic versus practicality. Like, how do you guys balance both of them?
For myself, I'm a more design-driven person.
Yeah.
For my own place, I think that a lot of decisions made will probably be design centric, but I think that practicality and design can actually go hand in hand. Like for example, sometimes people consider whether you want to have like open shelves. They might think that looks nicer, or some people might consider like closed cabinets. Yes, but maybe imagine like if it's a kitchen, if it's something that you reach out for very often, multiple times throughout the day, then I think it definitely makes sense for it to be open shelf. So that can also double up as a design element. Yeah. Then for practicality, maintenance is definitely something homeowners would consider a lot lah. Yeah.
I mean, for myself, my take is, as a first-time homeowners, most people have a lot of dream. You know, I want to have, you know, to look like a boutique. You know, look at certain, my house must look at certain cafes and things like that. Yes, go with the flow, because very important is why I say aesthetic. I put it aesthetic first, because it elevates the mood. Especially a first-time homeowners, you always have a lot of dream kind of thing. Put this dream in first. The practicality, I will put, you know, my designer will put in the support, whether is it functional or non-functional. Saying so, you know, always go with aesthetic, your dream. Then after that, practicality, because this is no matter what is your first home. But of course, now if a second homeowners, right? I mean, second renovation for the home or second time renovating for the homeowners, right? Then yes, most of the time they will talk about practicality because they have their dream fulfilled. I mean, I'm also speaking from my own personal view as well as a designer kind of thing. I really crazily pump in a lot of effort doing aesthetic, but at the end of the day, it doesn't work. But again, I fulfill my dream. You see, so there's no right or wrong answer into this. Yeah.
So it's like the psyche of first time.
Correct. It's just to fulfill like a little checklist, your lifetime achievement or kind of thing. That's how I feel.
So would you say both of you would encourage the homeowners to, like, you know, have their wish list, bring forth like the aesthetics, like you encourage them to do that.
Correct.
And then in a way, you guys will take care, you and your team will take care of how can you make it practical too.
Yeah. So for example, now you're mentioning the kitchen and all this, right? So I have a client who actually so-called like a chef or a baker actually. So they always wanted to have a very metallic kitchen, but if you're going to use steel and everything, the first thing that comes into place is the swirl mark. Can you live with it? Is it practical? I will throw all these questions back to he or her kind of thing, and you go and decide. All this thing will surface eventually. So these are the things that I will teach. It's more like educating our client, the journey through this renovation.
For like homeowners, right, definitely it excites them a lot to have a wish list of the designs that they want to incorporate in their house. But I think a lot depends on our expertise on how we can make those things happen. Yeah, that's why they engage us. Then basically our role here is to kind of like problem solve for them. Maybe something, a certain design that looks very high maintenance, like dust, things like that. How can we like simplify or make modifications to the design so that it kind of fits them in a more practical sense.
Right. So are both of your designing approach, right, where you really love it when homeowners come to you and with like crazy mood boards? Yeah. You prefer that?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Wow, I really resonate because I think a lot of homeowners, we feel like we need to choose between aesthetic versus practicality. But I love the thought process of like, go hard on aesthetics, let us settle the rest.
So the thing is, wherever we start to throw in the practicality part, they will hold back. Yeah, so certain things does work, but certain things doesn't work. You see? So it's like, you know, are you comfortable with handprint and dust kind of thing? You know, aesthetically, as an example like a cafe, having a dark theme and concept is always very approachable and straight away attracts you. But can you live with the dust? That's the question again. So it's something that you really have to ponder upon.
So that means practicality is also quite subjective for each homeowner. Correct. Somebody is okay with like, I'll wipe every day. I just want my...
I can tell you it's impossible. Yeah, there's the things like, you know, it's certain things that it doesn't work, you have to really live with it. But solution, there's always a solution. Example, so I mentioned the open shelf. If I'm going to put a glass panel, is it okay for you? So you still have that very openness, but you have a glass in front. Can it work? So we'll throw a question back to our client. Some people like the concept and details, but you got to clean. So if I put a glass panel, does it work for you? So you and your partner have to ponder about this question.
Yes. You guys are designers, right? So I would like to know, do you have works that you have done that the design is just full blown? I would love to, do you have stories, or like maybe we also can insert the photos?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so full-blown concept is we have one foreign client. So, you know, in foreign country, they always see a lot of marble greens and tiles, special kind of tiles, kind of thing. So they always wanted this, but in foreign land, yes, you can. It's easily purchased. But in Singapore, to have that, you have to think about maintaining a real marble. Does the marble be moisture stain? So this is something that we always face, maybe moisture stain. But aesthetically, yes, it's nice. But in reality, can you accept if time? I will say in the long run, like 2 years, 3 years later, it starts to changes the client accept it. But of course, you have to go through this whole explanation process. Because always same thing. I mean, in overseas, wherever they see the same thing, you see a lot of also Pinterest and things like, I want my whole house to be marble and things like that. It's nice, but the thing in Singapore, weather is not. And what happened is this particular homeowner is, we have all our timber. It's all real timber. But in Singapore, if you actually enclose the weather and in enclosed environment, timber tend to warp. And corners, it will warp. But can you accept that? So we have to really explain to foreigners, especially foreign clients, kind of thing. In Singapore, it's easier because they really know about humidity and things like that. But for a foreigner, we have to put extra care for this. So aesthetic versus practicality, that's the issue with some material usage. Yeah, we face this issue.
Alright, so you guys would encourage them to give you all the ideas, but when it comes to whether you can make it practical, you advise, and it's always decision is on them. It's like, yes, we can make it happen, but here are what you can expect after that. Oh, that's nice. Do you have any examples of you went all out for design, aesthetics, and then the client could accept whatever practicality it supports?
For me, I think that I would try my best to balance practicality and design, because a lot of homeowners, even though they're also very design driven, they also want the house to be generally easy to use, future proof, things like that. Recently I have this homeowner that wanted to do a hidden door next to their TV feature wall, and eventually this room will lead to will become their future kids' room. So one thing about having a hidden door is that from the outside it looks completely flushed. So it could either mean that you can do a lock, but you cannot unlock it from outside, or there will be no lock. Yeah. So eventually, I went to source around. Something that I really enjoy doing is to help my homeowners do sourcing. Yeah. So I found this lock that can be opened by a screwdriver. So essentially, the hole is only this big. So when the whole piece of feature wall went up, you can hardly see the lock. So eventually, maybe if this kid stays inside, they're trapped, somehow accidentally lock themselves in, it can still be open. And at the same time, I think we hardly sacrificed any design. So I think that's the best case scenario for us as designers.
So would you say what makes a great interior designer is the ability to
Source. Yeah.
It's make the design aesthetic happen and still make it very functional.
Yeah. So sometimes a homeowner doesn't know that by us sourcing a material or a product, it doesn't mean that we do not know or we do not or have not touched on. Because there's a lot, there's thousands of materials and mechanisms that various people have done it, used it, or may not even done or use it. So we will actually find the best, basically what fits that particular design, we'll use it. It doesn't mean that little hole, we're going to use it in every house. No, we don't do that actually. Yeah, it's more or less, yeah.
Okay, so I think our audience would love more stories where you guys manage to hit both the aesthetic and creative problem solve and have the functionality also. Do you have more stories like that?
Okay, I mean, for myself, recently we just did a very Nordic kind of concept kind of thing. Yeah, so, and the owner, doesn't want to be too oldies. But Nordic is always very Scandi and very woody and things like that, right? So we actually try to implement not so much of our carpentry this time around. We actually import a lot of very Nordic furnitures colors like a bit more greenish and different kind of wood products into the concept itself. And you know, I personally I like a lot of example like this Havana Social.
Yes.
Yeah, I love them. You know, like if you actually been to the club, right? So they have a lot of pieces. So it's like art pieces that they are actually timeless. So these are the concepts that I really pick from overseas or places that I've actually been to and plug and throw into this particular Nordic concept that we had work with. So aesthetic, yes. Timeless, to me, is practicality. So I actually meets up with both of everything. Yeah.
Actually, that is such a great thing. I never thought about it that way. Like practicality is also how timeless the design is. It cannot be like.
I know a lot of times, like, when we say, oh, interior designer means I must create a lot of carpentry, pop. No, actually it's not. I can be aesthetically pleasant, but timeless. It's not always, that's why it's like, back to the question where sourcing. Our job is to source. Our knowledge travel, we bring back the knowledge to implement back to our client. So it's not always the carpentry, it could be your furnitures and your styling and things like that. And best of both worlds.
How deeper does it? Because I'm just sensing, do you have a lot of clients whom they want to place art pieces at their home?
Yes, they do.
Sounds like.
Yeah, they do. Especially empty walls.
Empty walls need to be dressed up.
Yeah, they always I want to dress up that particular square wall kind of thing. They will show you all kind of questions. They'll show you colors. Should you have these colors? Does this color fit my
So they will ask you for your opinion on which artwork they should purchase and
Definitely will.
why. That's another job scope in your.
Precisely. So sometimes when you come to all this, right, like does a modern lamp work comparing to a very Nordic lamp kind of thing? So I have to explain myself. Modern, yes, it's nice, but if you're talking about a Nordic concept, a Nordic kind of a Scandinavian kind of lamp, yes, there may be defects. If you're talking about originality, I mean, the lamp has been there for like 30 years kind of thing. There's always every story told on that hairline crack is a story. So people appreciate, they appreciate. And the owner also appreciate us relating back this story has been where to where before it even reaches to your house. That's where the whole entire, let's say the mood and the feel, everything you'll just click. Yeah, so aesthetically, practicality, and you know, we fulfill.
It's moments like that make you enjoy what you do, right?
Correct. You feel good. They say you feel good.
Yeah. Do you have any design wins like that?
So I had a homeowner that really loved the wabi-sabi theme. So I took the opportunity to introduce them certain like materials. Example, brass. So for brass, it actually ages as you use it. So in that sense, I think that it fits both the design and functionality part of it. Yeah. And also when they kind of like imported or brought over certain marble pieces. Sometimes through shipment, it might be a little bit chipped here and there, but all these things can actually be repaired. And I think that that being said, right, I think it really adds on to the wabi-sabi theme of it being like kind of imperfect, but it kind of says a story. Yeah.
Well, I feel like the homeowners who really want to build their first dream home and they're very into design aesthetics, right? I think they'll enjoy their experience with like designers like you so much because it's a process, right?
It's a storytelling.
It's a storytelling. Yeah. So I think homeowners, if you guys are who are very into like aesthetics for home and all, I think it's very important to find somebody who has a good eye, technically trained as well, and also knows exactly where to find the right mechanisms, materials, like so that they can bounce off.
Correct.
Yeah, because I do know of like friends whom they do it themselves. It's such a huge headache.
Yeah.
Because their first time is like they are not trained in schools to do it. Yeah. So I think homeowners will really enjoy doing that. I'm also wondering your thoughts on this because the two variables we have is aesthetics and practicality, right? Would you say both are very subjective to every homeowner? Maybe for this homeowner, this level of aesthetics is like, wow, a lot already. For me, for another homeowner, this is like basic.
Correct.
Yeah, and then practicality is different from different people. Like some maybe they have more help at home. Like no problem, we can clean.
Yes.
It is
Yeah, we do face this kind of issues lah. So that's why it's like background check of homeowners. I mean, be it their work, how many people do we have a helper? It really does help a fair bit. That's where how we can push each level of aesthetic wherever we can go. You see, of course we cannot always if like say wabi sabi, if we cannot get a lime wash wall where different texture, right? We can get the same color but flat and smooth. I mean, there's always a choice kind of thing, but we are able to make the choice for the client. They like the same color, we can give the same thing, but it's actually smooth rather being texture. There's always, as long as there's a lot of interaction with homeowners and the designers, right? I find that there's always a solution, and we are here to solve the issue. Yeah.
Because design, I find it's very fluid. So a lot of interpretation, it really depends on the person.
Correct.
Yeah. Like if somebody tells me that, I'm looking to do my house in a Scandinavian theme, but maybe what they deem as Scandinavian might not be what I'm envisioning.
Correct.
Yeah, because it's also fluid. So sometimes for me, I like to give my homeowners some homework. Yeah, I will ask them to maybe pick out a few images of the vibe that they're going for, designs that they like, so that I can kind of study them to see where their expectations are and whether we are aligned on the specific use of certain themes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you guys are like artists, but very practical artists.
No, I like the way, sometimes but sometimes homeowners, right, when we throw question, all this pick the pictures, something, don't get mistaken that we are not ready or we do not know. It's more of understanding your concept of your house, knowing what your understanding between wabi sabi or Scandinavian something. So to me, Scandinavian is dim lights, a single lamp, one small chair kind of thing. But homeowners is everything is wood kind of thing. That's Scandinavian to them. So my kind of Scandinavian is totally different from. So every time when we talk about a real designer and versus a Pinterest designer, it's totally different. Like for herself, she travels a fair bit. I travel a fair bit. When we see things, it's totally different. Knowing the origin of the concept and versus the local knowing the Pinterest concept. It's really very different.
Do you feel like the Singapore homeowners, do you see them getting more and more, I guess, exposed to?
I would say overly exposed, which is sometimes really overly exposed, right? Beside Pinterest, there are so many. Last time back then was Google pictures and images, right? Then after come Pinterest, and now Xiaohongshu kind of thing. So it's from Pinterest, yes, a lot of vibrant. From Xiaohongshu, because it's from China, and a lot of mechanism is not imported back to Singapore. So we have to explain ourselves to them again. Yeah, same thing. So we'll go through Xiaohongshu nowadays, right? Aesthetically, they like to raise up the washing machine to a certain height, kind of thing. Yeah, but in Singapore, you can do that. But are you willing to pay for that bottom drawer and things like that? So when we call it practicality, bottom drawer can be done, but the cost. That drawer looks woody, but actually it's steel support and things like that. So it's a cost again. So it's there's no right or wrong. It's again budgeting versus aesthetic.
And a lot of education that you do for them.
It's education, correct. So it's something that the washing machine thing, right, is really crazy. This whole season is always talking about, I want to elevate the thing. Yeah, now because of Xiaohongshu.
Yeah, I think there's also the Singaporean interpretation of many things. Like Kev said, that there's a lot of mechanisms that are not really available here as of now, that maybe we need to kind of import it ourselves or things like that. But that also means that there's no support because they're not correct. Yeah. Then there's also the limitation in materials. Certain countries, they might have certain materials that we don't really have right now. Yeah, but that might be something that will change in time to come. As it gains popularity, maybe eventually we'll get to use certain things. Yeah, but not everything you see online can be done just like that.
Yeah. So as homeowners need to really understand materials and the thing that we are able to do or whatever product we're able to import in. See, it's not as easy from just viewing from a video or just a piece of photos kind of thing. Yeah, it's not. It's a lot of for us to knowledge and study. Even to you can import, you can have the materials. Can your contractors or carpenters do it? That's another thing. So that's where the designers have to really a lot of layers.
Yeah, so when the end product is there, there's like, it's really the skills.
It's like, you say, when she mentioned mechanism kind of thing, she needs to study. We need to know the back end of how it actually merge with your carpentry. It's not just, I get this, I can slot this thing, move around. It doesn't work that way.
Now I understand why you guys are paid and paid well. This is the value.
Okay, the paid well part, I don't know.
Can pay more, let's pay them more. for their work. Yeah, I got last question. This is a fun one because I think both of you are designers and like very artists also. I think I come from art school, so art school student in me is like dying to ask this question. So can you share with me what is your own personal preferred home aesthetics? Yeah, can you really describe and let us know? Like what would the ID themselves prefer?
I mean, like, go first. Okay, personally, I prefer something more dark. Then because something more darkness calms me down and it gives me a very pleasing mood, especially at home kind of thing. So I'll probably pump one picture somewhere here, then I'll show you guys. So it's like for me, it's more of the mood. Because as a designer, when you work, right, it's very hectic. It's actually day to day. Even we burn our weekends kind of thing. So especially when you go back home, right, we prefer to be more calm. So aesthetically, I go towards more darker tone. So be it laminates, flooring, or even my lighting, so it has to be very mood-like kind of feel for my own personal point, basically. Yeah, because I don't want to go back home, right, all whitish. It's like make me all alert again. It's like, oh, summer again. It's like, kind of thing. I do not want that for myself, basically. Yeah.
I cannot wait to see the photos. Like the way you describe. Yeah, Lysha.
For me, I'm very into mid-century modern design now. Yeah.
Timeless.
Yes. I prefer something a bit more timeless. I'm also not that kind of designer that like to chase after trends. Yeah. From practicality wise, it doesn't. Some designs might not age very well, in my opinion. Yeah. But for me, what I'm very drawn towards for mid-century modern style is like the iconic pieces of furniture, because they've been around for like so long that they kind of become like staple pieces in the design world. Yeah, so they're quite like iconic on its own. Like those certain armchairs, like Herman Miller, or like those light fixtures, those designer lights are. Then at the same time, let's say because as a designer we are exposed to a lot of design. If let's say I get bored of it, then I can also change out the furniture pieces. Yeah, so there's that flexibility. Something important to me is also, same as Kev, is lighting. Yeah, because it really correct. Transforms the space.
Yeah, we need another episode on lighting. Yeah, I feel the lighting just changes the whole vibe of the space.
Correct. It really changes. I mean, from even let's say somehow you just get a very straightforward, a whitish square box house, but if you change the mood to a warm kind of thing, the whole entire furniture, everything will just change now, basically. So that's why it's like aesthetic. This still aesthetically, but towards more the lighting parts. So that's how we can play with different color lighting. The vibe changes the mood of the house as well. But that will be on another episode.
Yes, we need another episode. I think we need to have more like lighting, flooring,
Correct.
Nice. So I think homeowners, if you guys have your preferred aesthetic, you know who to find. Yeah, thank you so much. I actually feel like I learned a lot.
Yeah.
I didn't know there's so many intricacies. Yeah. So
it's also nice to hear from different perspectives from different designers as well.
Yeah, and I'm just imagining I spend like at least 12 hours in my space every day.
Right, yeah.
I feel like the investment to ensure that it's a space that lifts up my mood every day, lifts up my spirit. Like it's like a place I go home to recharge. I think it's very worth it.
Okay, I want to go to Lysha's house.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, we have come to the end of our Reno Dots Home Plus show. So thank you so much, IDs, for sharing so much insights with us. We've learned a lot.
Yes, thank you for tuning in. I'm Lysha from La Interior.
So once again, thank you. I'm Kev from The Phenomenal.
I'm Tayllen from Authors in Style.
I'm Royston from Jesigns Interior Design. Thank you for staying with us.
If you've just gotten your keys and have burning questions about your home ID, come down to Home Plus Creator of Space events and get them all answered by Singapore's trusted interior design experts from Le Interior Affairs, The Phenomenal, Authors in Style, and Jesigns Interior Design. This 3rd and 4th April at Admira Showroom, so click on the link below to RSVP, okay? See you there!